Kind of Funny Live 2 is happening May 28th and 29th. It's a 2-day event. The first day is going to be a completely ridiculous stage show. What we have planned this year completely blows last year out of the water. And I don't even know how that's possible because we were really stupid last year, and this year's somehow even stupider. Day 2, it's going to be full day of meet and greets. We're hanging out with all of us. A bunch of Rooster Teeth people are there. Funhouse people are there. Achievement Hunter. It's going to be a grand old time. There's going to be some games to play. There's going to be signings. It's exciting. It's a really fun time. There's going to be exclusive merch. Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be exclusive merch. Go to kindoffunny.com/tickets to get your tickets today. There's a couple VIP tickets still available, so make sure if you want one of those, you act fast. Final topic of the day, as always, brought to you by the Kind of Funny forums. Go to kindoffunny.com/topic to leave your topic, and we'll get to it just like we're doing right now with Antonio Larana.
Antonio.
He says, hola from Bolivia.
Hola from Bolivia.
That means hi from Bolivia, Kevin.
Oh.
Kevin, can you translate? Is that correct?
No.
If you could exchange a first-party IP or first-party studio of equal value that would benefit more between PlayStation and Xbox, who would you pick?
So it was a trade.
Yeah.
It's something for something, and it can be an IP or a developer, but they have to be equal. Correct? I'm reading the question right? Well, hot off the heels of Quantum Break, I would want Remedy to make a PlayStation game. And I feel like a good trade...
Remedy's not first party, though.
Was that what he said? Yeah, I thought it was exclusives. My apologies.
Yeah, it's first party.
Oh.
Can
I cheat? Well, then how about this then? Here, I'll give you a real answer, then I'll do 2 second parties. How about that, Colin? Remedy, because they're in this deal with Microsoft all the time when they're making these exclusive games. And then they can have Quantum Break. We'll flip-flop for
Quantum
that.
Dream.
What did I say?
Quantum Break.
God, I'm fucking up. You know exactly what I meant.
Got it.
We're on the same
Got
wavelength.
it.
You're
Yeah.
with me, yes.
That would be
Quantum Dream. I still want Detroit before it goes. That's announced and done. Because I already got Quantum Break on this side. Give me Detroit on the other side. Then we get a flip-flop to go over there and do it.
PlayStation.
But now we'll go triple. Now we're going triple. We're going exclusives.
PlayStation gets Gears of War. Xbox gets Starhawk.
What a perfect exclusive 1-for-1 trade.
I mean, taking the studios out of it, because I think that like boils or like complicates.
So we talk about IPs then.
Yeah, just talking about IPs. What would be interesting?
Well, here's a question then, and this is embarrassing. I don't know this, but I guess is State of Decay owned by Microsoft, Colin, or is that because I know Undead Labs does it? They're not a first party for Microsoft.
Yeah, State of Decay I think is an IP that Microsoft owns.
All right, good. I want that IP, and what will I give them in return? Give me a second.
Tokyo Jungle. Medieval.
I'm thinking of a good downloadable IP. You know what I mean? A game that's not AAA, something in the middle here.
The Last Guy.
No one takes Last Guy. We desperately need another Last Guy.
No one takes the last guy.
No one ever gets the Last Guy. Undead Labs, they're up and coming. They're making this game. State of Decay. It's a zombie thing. You run around. You have a lot of fun with it.
Next question.
I'll stew on this for a second.
Just games. I want to trade just for a one-off Master Chief Collection for Nathan Drake Collection. I think that'd be cool and entice motherfuckers to play some good ass games.
Okay.
Dutch Best Friend is his name. Oh, you're gonna like this one, Greg. Coolste gasten in video games. It's Dutch. Oi.
Still don't know if that's
Oi.
real. Don't know if that's a real language.
Do you guys ever think it'll be possible to sell your digital games to other consumers? Maybe by giving a percentage of the selling price to the developer/publisher. Although, why would a publisher do this if they can sell the game full price? Thanks, guys, and keep the content coming. No.
I mean, if anybody's going to do it, it'd be Steam. But I mean, no, they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Because they want you to buy full price Steam games.
Yeah, this whole emphasis on digital licenses and use it's so dumb. I just don't get who this benefits other than just GameStop. Or someone that's trying to get in. It's like, who else does this benefit? The publishers and developers are never going to go for that.
Yeah.
Ever.
It'll make no sense.
Ever.
Ben Hamilton, UK says...
Dead Nation. State of Decay for Dead Nation.
Oh, you're crazy. What the fuck's wrong with you? All right, next.
Have you ever found a game so difficult or frustrating that you've given up early on? Which games? If so, do you think developers should make an effort to make games more accessible and less frustrating so more people enjoy more of the content? Do you think it's possible for a game to be too hard by design to its detriment? I think hard and frustrating are different aspects of games.
I agree, and I think the game that comes to mind, because I often talk about how games just aren't that hard anymore, and if you can just really beat any game you want as long as you put your mind to it, which is not really the case when we were younger.
Yeah.
The one game that I remember, and I reviewed it, if I remember correctly, based on like me playing it the same 2 stages or so over and over again, not being able to get past it, was Under Siege on PS3. Do you remember that game?
I do.
That game was fucking ridiculous. I remember. I think it was a strategy game of some sort. And it was a long time ago when I played it. But I remember being, I was like, this game fucking is so hard. Like I remember looking at it being like, I don't even understand how you do this. like I remember playing it for like days and being like, how the fuck are you supposed to even play this? And I think if I remember correctly, the devs like patched it to make it easier because it was ridiculous. And so that was the one game where I'm like, I don't know that I can even beat, but I don't remember ever really encountering a game where I'm like, it's like that fucking hard.
What about World at War?
World at War on Veteran was ridiculous. I probably could have done it had I really just stayed the course, but I was like, why would I bother doing this? But there's some games that are too hard that ramp. I think the bigger thing is the art of ramping difficulty. And that's a hard, and that's usually comes from play testing and getting outside perspectives on your games. But I do think that, Under Siege is that PS3 game. I was like, well, fuck this game.
I was talking about Deadpool, that PS3 Deadpool that also came to Xbox, and then it made the recent jump to PS4, Xbox One as well.
Yeah.
It was similar to what you're talking about with Star Fox a while back, that it was a B game and it knew it was a B game and it was an Activision cash-in, but it had Nolan North and it was being true to the character and it was before the movie. So, I mean, it was like, oh, he's cursing and talking about sex and stuff. This is fun. And it was a fun ride. And then that last fucking stage, the difficulty exploded to where I was having such a great time playing with it for like 2 nights. And then I got there and like, after like 15 minutes, it was getting fucked over and over again. I was like, fuck this game. And took it out and went to Twitter and said, fuck this game. You know what I mean? I had so much fun with it, but fuck this ending. What are they doing? Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people with Quantum Break about that. That was a big question about that final boss.
Like the final boss.
Where I had no problem with it, but I saw McCaffrey just put up an Unlocked where he was complaining about it too. That it's stuck for him.
There was, I don't remember exactly when it was. It was early on in the game in Devil May Cry 2, which not a great game, but I didn't know at the time. And there was a boss that was just like, it had some like one-hit kill move that was just unpredictable, and it just kept happening. I'm like, this isn't hard, this is bullshit.
Yeah, that's always the one, right?
So mad at it for so long.
Yeah, when there's no real rhyme or reason to why you're getting fucked over, that's the most annoying thing.
Yeah. So should developers make games less hard? No, I don't think so.
Oh, make them harder.
They should, but definitely less frustrating. That's not a good game. Rhymenoceros says, hey dudes, been listening for a while, first post ever. What are your best memories you have of getting a new console? I'll never forget coming home from kindergarten and watching my brother play Mario 64 for the first time, or my grandmother coming over in 2001 because she had just found a purple Keebler cookie and had won something called a Nintendo Cube that she wanted to give me. What consoles stick out for you? Love everything you do. Keep up the great work.
What if she would have eaten the purple cookie and you never would have known?
That would have been ridiculous. Honestly, the reason I chose this question, because we've answered this many times, but it was the Keebler story.
That's really good one, yeah. Yeah, I was talking about my PS2 story being a big deal, where I knew I was going to do that, so I took a job at Walmart over the summer, would go over to Best Buy on my breaks because I hated the job at Walmart, and would buy DVDs and then just sit and look at them in the car, and then put them on my shelf, and then be like, I can't wait to watch these special features, and then waiting in line 9 hours at Meijer to fucking buy my PlayStation 2 or whatever, and taking it home and all this different stuff. But a more rare one, I guess, was my Nintendo 64, where I wanted that for Christmas. It was like, I was in freshman year of high school, so like it was like, you know, I knew my parents were probably gonna get it. It was the only like thing I was asking for or whatever. But they did like the Christmas story thing where I opened up my other presents and didn't get it, and I was like, that sucks, or whatever. And then they sent me downstairs for something. When I came back up, it was on the hall tree. I was like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I've tried to tell stories I haven't told already.
Yeah, it's tough, right?
My Nintendo, the NES, I got it. It was my second console I ever got. I got the Super Nintendo first, and I got it at a garage sale for $7. And I got my Nintendo and 20 games.
This is Kev's mom, right? I thought this was a story tied to her.
Oh, she would. Did I tell the story before?
Yeah.
Damn.
But it might have been an exclusive or whatever.
Maybe. She took us to the garage sale.
Okay.
But yeah, it was the biggest come up I've ever had. It was 20 games, and we're talking everything. All the Marios, Ninja Turtles, all the Zeldas.
For $7?
$7.
Damn.
There was like 2 zappers. I don't even know why I needed that. There was like 4 controllers. Why? It was like just ridiculous. So that was amazing. And the other one would be my GameCube, where I bought it, and it was I didn't have the money. Like, I didn't think I was going to be able to get it day one, so it wasn't pre-sale or anything, or pre-ordered. And I went to Toys R Us because like last minute I scrapped up enough where I was like, fuck, I can get this. I knew Melee was right on the corner. I'm like, this needs to happen. And I went and obviously wanted the jet black because I don't want this fucking indigo bullshit.
Purple garbage.
The last black sells out right before me. I'm like, damn it. And then I had that hard decision of what do I do? But guess what, Greg?
You got that Indigo.
I got that Indigo.
Got a can black spray paint,
I ain't waiting.
$3.99.
I ain't fucking waiting. But yeah, that shit drove me nuts for years. Because Curran had the black one.
Yeah,
It
he
was
had the
way
cool one.
cooler.
I had the black one as well. No big deal. I think I've told the story about NES, SNES, N64, Genesis, PS1, PS2, GameCube. I don't think I told him the story about how I got my Xbox. It was summer 2003. IGN wanted me to write a strategy guide for KOTOR, and I didn't have an Xbox, so they paid me a bunch of money for like my fee, and then they bought me money to go buy an Xbox. And I went to Best Buy to buy it. And I remember I went to the bank to like cash a check, and I had like an IGN envelope that they would pay me in, like with the old IGN silver logo on it. And I remember just taking the cash out because I didn't have I never had like $400 or whatever the fuck it cost, $250, whatever it was. I mean, at one time I remember the guy saw the IGN logo, was like, oh, that's pretty cool, whatever. And I was like, yeah, and I bought the console and I bought Halo. Because KOTOR was coming like the next day, and I remember playing Halo and being like, this game's fucking awesome. Not really expecting it, and then went on and played the Return to Castle Wolfenstein and some other games that summer. But that was how I got my Xbox, and it was that fall that I actually really started playing games online for the first time when I went to college, and I had a T1 connection, playing Rainbow Six and some other games on there. And I actually, kind of surprised a lot of people, I fucking love the original Xbox. That was like a great console. It was so ahead of its time.
Stubbs Zombie, yo.
It was like way the fuck ahead of its time, and I always really dug it. So that was how I got my Xbox. I think every other story is like, well worn at this point, I would have to assume.
Final question of the day. It's from Nariso. It's combining some topics here, and I like it.
Nariso.
Greetings from Brazil. Oi.
Oi.
I like how they all write the oi.
They know.
Do you guys think PS 4.5 can hurt NX sales?
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't
They're
think-
different audiences.
Yeah, I think it's totally...
NX is going to hurt
Different.
NX sales.
NX is going to give it to you.
Well, people are like, well, maybe Sony's like reacting with Neo to NX. I'm like, they're not reacting to Nintendo at all.
There's nothing to react to with Nintendo. What do they know?
This thing, they didn't just pull this out of their ass 2 weeks ago. Like, this is something that's been in the cards for a while. I think they kind of exist on their own. Nintendo's clearly going to exist in like the middle market again. It's not a good place to be, by the way. Most consoles do not succeed there, whether we're talking about the Dreamcast or we're talking about the Wii U. So it's risky, but they have to do something.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first and last ever episode 67 of the Kind of Funny Gamescast. We're only 2 episodes away from another episode.
that you're going to make a big deal about with your 69s.
I'm probably not, but I'm going to say it a lot. That's for damn sure. If you don't have tickets yet for Kind of Funny Live, go to kindoffunny.com/tickets. Get your tickets. Then
Also,
tweet at me. Tell me you got your ticket, and we'll have a nice little party.
If you want to buy Tim a blow-up doll and send it to the P.O. box, he'll 69 it.
I will.
On episode
live
69.
on the show, on the table. I'll lay on it.
Wow. You'll lay on it.
You know what? I want to be on top, yeah. Never done that before. Have you guys ever done that before? You ever been on top of
That's not even.
All right. We'll save that for later.